Yes, my people, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I hope you're all doing well, but more importantly, blue morning to you because, in fact, it is the Blue Morning Show. Yes, thank you. Welcome again to another Blue Morning Show. We have quite a lot to talk about. The signing of Noni Madueke, where he fits in, who makes way. And again, we'll talk about the hunt for a right back. We'll talk about Moises Caicedo and what's going on, and some of the random news, plus the news that you yourself will bring. We get into it right away. More importantly, thank you again. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support and the growth we're seeing. We're really growing so fast. Just give me 1 second. Let me see. Yep, I have this. I haven't done that. Let me see what we have in the chat already. Let's see. The first one here is from the captain of the house, who again, unfortunately, isn't feeling well. But I'm glad to hear that he's a bit better. So keep praying for Liam Lane to get better. He's one of us, one of the most loved here. Yes, he says, please like and subscribe when you enter. If you have not, as it helps the community, as it helps the channel reach a wider audience. So much appreciated. Your love and your support is important. It's better for Chelsea to buy Ruben Neves. Very good for a team of souls. Wow. A strong and creative fighter leader, Dan Caicedo. Again, it's difficult. Let's see. Again, you finish it by saying it's difficult. And also, I think I want us to look at his numbers to see, you want him, but give us, again, do you have any ideas of his output? How many chances he's created? How many assists he has? Since you added creativity to that, to stuff then he brings to the table. Again, no Ziyech shouldn't go to Tottenham. Why? I think this is us just being selfish. If we can get Bissouma and give them Ziyech, we're loaded in the again. On the right hand side, we have Noni, who just arrived. Even what's his name? Mudryk can play on the right hand side too. So why keep Ziyech? Just for selfish reasons? If they want him, yeah, we get Bissouma from them, and then that solves a huge problem for us in the midfield area and in terms of having players who are capable of protecting our defense. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that happening. Sorry, I'll be taking my coffee, sipping my coffee every now and then because I haven't woke. I'm still again half asleep, half awake. It's still 3 a.m., 3:45 a.m. for me. I hope you don't mind that. So, but that's by the way, we'll move on from that one. What do we have next? Here, SMU. It's better to sell him than to exchange him for Bissouma. No, I think the exchange help. We save money. Again, who's going to buy him? It's difficult, really. Again, even the same reason I'm fearing nobody will want to pay for him, his salary. There's a chance Tottenham also they will not be willing to pay him that much, as much as he's earning at Chelsea Football Club. Yes, my brother Tebehu. He says, hit the like button, people, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much for all the support. We have 48 likes already. That's a good sign. We're on the road today. You guys are absolute legends. Absolute legends. Let's keep it going, people. Let's get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Let's see what do we have here. Morning chat. A PJ artist morning to you too. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone. Amon Nicholas. Amon, how are you doing? Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. How much money has Chelsea, man? I'm not sure. I haven't seen their bank account. I'm guessing you're asking about the club as a whole. Why? But a lot. Let me just say a lot of money. Again, why sell Ziyech? For me, he's a good player. Here's the thing: if we're just being selfish, it just seems as if we've forgotten how things were before he went to the World Cup. He left for the World Cup. Again, he looked as if he didn't want to be here, and I don't blame him. Given again, the whole thing comes down to how he was treated by the former manager. So again, we're just keeping him. We're just being selfish. If you cannot guarantee Ziyech enough game time, we're still seeing that behavior again because he's a big player and he's shown. Again, I don't know if Graham Potter trusts him that much to want to keep him. And let me say, if he wants to keep him, fine. But if he doesn't, let's just let him go and forget. Yeah, he did well at the World Cup, but let's not be selfish and keep a player that probably, again, in a few months again, will start showing that he's not happy to stay at the club. But that's, by the way, we'll move on from that one. Big up, guys. Smash the like button. Have you sent the link yet, Coach? No, I haven't. In a beat, I will do that. Let me just do that right away. So, yeah, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And Tiboho, when you get a chance, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Just 1 second, I'll be right back with you guys, but keep liking the video, guys. You guys are absolute legends. Like I've said, I think I need to type this somewhere, so I'll just copy and paste so not to halt the stream because I wanted to send a link to the panelists. But that's, by the way, again, this is a morning chat. Again, morning to you too. Hello, everyone. Nicholas, hello to you too. Again, I've gotten to the very bottom. I think we should start looking at the stuff we have out there. Very interesting. And there's a chance we'll still see a few more. Just give me 1 minute. I want to take care of something quickly. Let's see. Yeah, this here. Yeah, I'm going to keep my update screen where if I see anything, I'll be able to get it ready to share it with you. There you go. Bring it to this place. All right, we'll move on. I think I saw, yeah, I saw the comment. I saw something from the Undertaker CFC. The first stuff he typed, how that went away, I don't know. Again, how much money? I've read that. Is he repeating? It looks like it's repeating, really. Again, big up. We should go and get a Frank Caicedo. Yeah, he looks to be again out of favor at Barcelona. Will he be a good option, good buy for us? I'd rather, again, I'm not sure really. Again, but why is he out of favor? Probably because he isn't playing well. But for the last game, I think he got an assist and a goal also. I don't know. It depends on what the club hierarchy and the scout and the technical director what they want. Mhm. Let's see. Susan Gayson says again, I hope this signing better stand out. Otherwise, we will be looked as clowns. It's a good signing. I think most people, yeah, a bit skeptical given his injury record. But he's still young. He's just 20. At 20, that shouldn't be anybody's, again, a main concern. And it's not like I want to see it, really. I haven't done my research to say, okay, I've looked at it. I wouldn't say we shouldn't see it as a problem. But I'll do my research and see whether they're chained, whether they again one after the other, immediately after the other, and then you could say then it's a serious concern. I haven't seen that, but I think the club wouldn't just go and pay that much money for a player without consulting the medical department and asking them, look, this kid is just 20, and look at the issues he's had in the past. Any chance that he will overcome that? I think they must have done that before going for Noni Madueke, and he's a good player. And even if we can have him as part of the squad and get 20, 25 games from him, and there's someone else to always come in when he's not playing, then we're good then. But his numbers are excellent actually when he's fit, if we're being honest. Let's see what we have here. Nightbot deleted somebody's contribution in the chat. His name is again Otaya Procurement. If you are in the chat stay away from using all caps. Once you do that, it will say it as spam and he will delete it. So please don't use all caps. Again, Iradukunda Fabian, Chelsea, yep, Chelsea indeed. Has Madueke been signed to Chelsea? I think he's on the verge of putting pen to paper for a 7.5-year contract. He's on it. You can say it's done. Don't worry about that. It's done. He's left PSV. Even the PSV coach Van Nistelrooy has put out a statement. It's bittersweet, letting the player go again to some other club where he prefers to go, plus losing a good player. So his ass is just him putting pen to paper, probably after completing the medicals. I'm not sure if he's done that already, but I'll be following my update screen to see what's happening. If I see anything new, I will let you know. He might sign for us in the evening. It's done. I'm not worried about Noni Madueke, really. Again, would you take Bissouma? There's something, but they say you're innocent until proven guilty. He had, again, a court case regarding, I don't remember the story exactly, but again, he's fine. He's not in jail, which means he's not guilty. So it turns out it was his friend who did whatever that was done at the night, again, in question. So I was concerned about that a bit. I hate seeing players with such bad history or, again, bad behavioral record to join my club. So it turns out he's fine. But he's again, he hasn't. It doesn't seem as if this has worked out for him really at Tottenham. So maybe we should get him. If they can take Ziyech and give again, that is if Ziyech wants to go to Tottenham, because straight swap deals isn't easy. It is very, very complicated because the buying club. Either parties. When let's say maybe Tottenham values Ziyech for around 20 million, and we value him for 35 million, and they value Bissouma for 40 million, it becomes an issue coming to an agreement for it to still be a straight swap deal. Tottenham might say, okay, we'll give you Bissouma, but we need at least 20 million pounds from you. So it's never easy. Who do you think? Who do you want to sign for our midfield? You're going to take me back. I'm going to talk about my boy, Ismail Benessa. And again, I didn't pay much attention to him until I spoke with Taboho. I think Benessa is, for me, tops the list of all the defensive. If we're talking about getting a defensive-minded six, again, who's capable, you can say capable minded six, he's the one. Plus, again, he's renewed with AC Milan, but still, his buyout clause is just 15 million euros, which is still very cheap given his quality. He's defensively minded. His tackles are clean. He's got good vision, good passes, and can score good goals on his day. He's got good eyes for goals and all that. Again, to me, he tops the list really. If it's not him, I can't think of any other person that I like as much as I like Ismail Benessa. Let's go. And that's for the sixth area. But we still want a central attacking midfielder who can produce double digits in terms of assists or chance creation by the time the season ends. That's important because why do I say the second aspect again? The second aspect of my explanation is this: we create chances, and 99.9% of the chances we create come from the flanks, which is very, very predictable. So we need to diversify our chance creation so that our team will be unpredictable. If you're expecting us to cross the ball on the carpet from the flanks, we'll be able to create. Then the wingers will just run it. We'll just become runners, and we'll find chances, create chances for them from the center areas. So that will make us very unpredictable, and we'll be able to deal with low block teams. If you pay attention to our recent games, every time our players try to cross the ball, they hit it again. It just seemed as if the defending, again, opposition defenders are the target for the crosses. Our crosses have been poor. We can't even get it past beyond the marker. So yeah, we have to find good central attacking midfielders to diversify our chance creation. If that makes any sort of sense to you, again, go and get Declan Rice. It comes down to what the club was. Again, Mubarak Abu Fatima Yakeke, Dangwana, you're welcome to the house. Again, enjoy yourself, be civil, express yourself. Thank you. And guys, more importantly, keep living the blue life. Sleep blue, eat blue, sleep blue, wake up blue, remain a blue. Keep living the blue life, people. Yes, let's see what we have here. Potter does not want Rice. West Ham wouldn't let him go until the summer. I think finally I found me a Chelsea fan who speaks my language. I don't think he suits Potter's approach to the game. Potter likes fluidity in the central area, in the sixes position. I don't think he actually like that. Again, a player who's predominantly defensive minded. If anything, he wants you to be predominantly attacking minded. And I don't think Rice is the guy for him. But that's just my opinion. So you and I the same. But let's see. Undertaker, I hope you're doing well. City is coming from behind to win the league. It's very possible. That win yesterday, I mean, it can get a team to start moving mountains, to come back from 2-0 down. And that to me, that performance actually was unlike an Antonio Conte's team. I don't think I've seen his team too many times, lose a game where they win in 2-0. He's usually very pragmatic. Maybe he's trying to prove that he can be progressive. Actually, he wasn't as defensive as I know his team to be. Really, but that's, by the way, you see, like I said, I hope they do that rather than Arsenal. West Ham wouldn't let go Declan Rice until summer, so we need to wait for summer, and price will be also will decline. Here's the thing, I get it, but if we have a problem in that area, do you think we'd wait for Declan Rice till the summer? No, I think we'll still recruit. We're still filling the spaces. Then if he's willing to come to us and be sharing the game time with someone else, then that's fine. I don't think he ends up coming to Chelsea. I think he may well go to Arsenal. And I'm not selfish. If they want him, go ahead. If he wants to go there, let him go. Really, I get it. There's a sentimental aspect of the whole thing, given that he was a Chelsea academy player and all that. But I'm not going to go into that. Good morning to everyone, lovely people on the platform, and a big up to my brother, big up to you too, bro. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Again, whenever you get a chance, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Just give me 1 second. Let me take care of something here. I want to catch up with the chat so I can talk with my brother who's on the panel with me already. Luca Chula, I think today deserves a chance in the first team. I think somebody have explained that. There's a program for him. There's a program for his integration process into the team that defines that, so to speak. First, he has to learn the language. I think part of it, I don't know if it involves going out and learn. I don't fully understand the situation. Maybe I'll have Bobby talk about that. Bobby, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Is this still morning there? Yeah, just 2 minutes before noon. Bobby, again, were you the one that talked about Caicedo's program at Chelsea?
I had mentioned that he is on a program. This is his first year. His first year is a familiarization year, learning the language year, and settling in. The occasional training with the first team, which he's been doing, and no pressure, which is the exact way to go with a young player like that.
No pressure makes it seamless for him. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not here. We're not relying on him for anything. He needs
Mm-hmm.
a settling in period, of course. You can even see that in the way he plays. He's familiarizing himself with the demands that will come his way. By
Mm-hmm.
the next season, he will then be playing more with the first team training
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps the occasional appearance, depending on if we can manage the remaining decent cup competitions. It's the
Mm-hmm.
third season that there will be a bit more demand to get him pushing for the first team. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
talking of
There you
young
go.
players, I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think we're making too much of the Noni signing.
Mm-hmm.
We have to remember the age of this boy. I mean, he's a kid. He's about the same age as the likes of
Just 20, but
Santos.
people are paying attention to what he's done, Bobby. You know,
Yeah,
he's good. But go
because
ahead.
he's been involved with PSV quite consistently. But I
He
think
left the
there's
country
too
very
much.
early in life too.
Yeah. There's too much being made about him. He's the same age as Santos, who's gone with the 21 team,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the same age with even Cassidy is not that much younger. I think Cassidy is about 19.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be. I don't even know if he's coming as a main first team player. I think he's more in the squad. He may fluctuate between development and first team.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of noise is, I think, too much noise is being made about that. He's a good acquisition, but to expect him to carry the burden of the team on his shoulders, as the noise seems to equate,
Mm-hmm.
is a bit unfounded, unfair, and unrealistic. Um, yeah, but he's a very, very, very welcome addition. I like what the new owners are doing. Quite clearly, their aim is to completely revamp the squad. Um, People are saying, "Oh, midfield, midfield." I think it's everybody and his dog is now aware that the Chelsea midfield needs to be revamped, but
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be carefully done. You need to get the right midfielders because there are few of them. You need to check to see the possibility of who you can convert
Mm-hmm.
to complement them. Yesterday, I was talking about Gallagher. Some people talking about Mason Mount occasionally. Yeah, why not? Because Mason, they say he's a number 8 and yada yada yada. Well, he doesn't really score goals, does he? So he's probably better if you
Yeah.
convert him further down further deeper down the pitch, if it's possible. But outside that, there does need to be two to come in, and you have to be careful as to which two. They're very, very important buys, very important buys,
Yeah.
and also
I
the
will come. Yeah. Go
availability
ahead.
as well. Who is available to come is a big consideration.
Oh yeah, it's difficult. It's January transfer window, so if we can get anybody, that it would have to be on a premium.
But
That's for sure.
you know
Yeah.
what, Coach? I think
Mm-hmm.
we're doing a lot of business in January, so we can have limited, focused business in the summer. If we get good business done in
We won't
January,
be spending much in the summer.
no, we may not need to do more than one, maybe one, maximum two in the summer, and that would be good. It just help the team settle, focus, and train during pre-season. Unlike last time, that was a bit chaotic through no fault of the club, but it was quite chaotic because we didn't know who was coming or going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me get what we have in the chat. I'll come back to you again in a bit. Yes, people, thank you so much as you're watching. We're at 78 likes already. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. If you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yep, this one says again, come on, people. Yes, from the captain of the house, drop a like on the stream as you arrive and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Those things do go a long way for the growth of the community. Morning, everyone. Limitless. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Coach, Mr. Troublemaker. But you are very, very peaceful. Your name, again, I don't know, it's just the opposite. But thank you for finding the time to join the show. Caicedo is not worth over 14 million. Caicedo is not worth over 14 million. Again, I don't know. You want him now. You want him now, Brighton want to keep him because, again, here's the thing. Any player you want in January, you have to pay premium. They want him, except if that player is out of contract, or maybe will be out of contract in a few months. Yeah, then that's when the club will be pushed to sell. He still has a long, about more than 3 years left on his contract, I think. So they're not in a hurry to sell. So if you want him, you have to pay premium right now. It's not that he's worth that amount. If that means anything to you. What about Enzo? Again, I think that one has cooled off. I don't know if it's going to happen, but some people are saying it could still happen given that his head has turned. I don't know. Again, whatever that means, but I know you understand it means to you. But to me, means that again, since he wanted to join us, it'd be difficult for you to still get the best out of him. He still performed, but probably not at the max. Next is Caicedo to Chelsea. Lavia is also very good with either Bissouma or Caicedo. Let's see again. The club's choice again right now is clearly Caicedo, and the manager also. Chelsea again. Good morning you again from Rwanda. Good morning to you too. Okay, I'm not going to read the first one. Nkunku, Modric, Madueke, and Felix. If he stays, will be exciting to watch. Really exciting to watch. Felix, I think we will push the try again. We will try our best to keep him. And again, the whole thing comes down to how well he does. We still have a long way to go. But again, how many minutes he played, I think a lot of good signs, a lot of positives. He practically changed our approach to the game, forced the players to attack when they usually, in most cases, they relent. But that's, by the way, again, big up to you too, Santiago Muno. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Please do let us know you're fine. I haven't seen you for a while. If Madueke walks out, I give the scout credit because in the few games I've watched on TV, he doesn't seem that impressive. 20 is young, though. Yeah, a prospect, again, potential. That you can nurture him into something special, and that's where Graham Potter comes in. Our club is looking to send Caicedo on loan. There were rumors, and that I think that probably may well be the case. I think we can play our midfield to the end of the season. Our priority needs to be again a concurrent for Reese. Okay. Yeah, because how our midfield is again won the Champions League last season. When we were first and a bit confused there, something is missing. A Reese, and that's where we're going bad in the place. Again, we need competition for Reece James. We need a rotational player for Reece James. It don't matter what age he is. If he can play and if he performs, that's all that matters, in my opinion. Yeah, if the manager believes he can start and do well, fine. Hello, coach, and everybody. Again, Richard Evans, thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. I appreciate the support. And whoever that's pressing the heart, a button on the phone, I like it. Keep doing the red heart. That goes a long way for the channel. I appreciate that so much. Santos was brilliant for Brazil on the 20 last night. Captained the side and scored. Yeah. I think the only reason if he's not going to stay with us, I think it probably comes down to work permit. But again, what a player he is at his age. Big up Kuchila says, AB, big up to you too, AB. I hope you're doing well. Mason Mount was top EPL scorer, playing in various positions. Okay. Again, Arjuna Julius says, hello, everyone. Hello to you too. Santos is only 18. Madueke is 20. And I want to get from you, what's the situation? If you're in the chat, Esamano, what's the situation with Santos? Will he be part of the first team? Or again, does he maybe have a work permit issue? I really want to know. What if Asen Zakaria, and that player is very good? Yeah, again, for political reasons, I don't think it happened anytime soon. A lot of issues to navigate. And to me, if you ask me, I'd say that would be very, very, probably very distracting to the club. And I don't see them willing to put head and shoulders into trying to make it happen. But I'll move forward from that one. Samuel, again, just conversation between two people here. If you are on iOS, you can use the heart icon to help like the stream more. Yep, keep pressing the heart icon or, again, the 100% icon. Those things do go along with. Thank you so much for saying that, Liam. As Ryan is difficult because of sanctions on Russian banking. Yeah, thank you so much for explaining that. Not going to happen while Russia is at war with Ukraine. Thank you. It's good to sign again now, because if we fail to qualify on a top four, it will be hard to get top players. We need a midfield and right back. Yep, it makes sense, Godfrey. It makes sense to get them now. You can say have a fulfilled squad And then even if we don't make it into top four, then yeah, it will still be good. Again, fighting next season. Coach, about Caicedo, Usman Isaac, I think what his age, with his age again in hard work in midfield, he deserves it. Chelsea should pay. Again, let's see. I don't think we'll pay that much money, the money they're quoting. And I think they'll probably sell him to us. I think he'll end up joining us. Let's see what happens. Arsene come to Chelsea. It's not easy. Santos will go out on loan. Oh, that breaks my heart. Okay, Richard Evans. Hi, Coach. Hi to you too, Richard. I've been following Cesar Luis Melo since Enzo Saga. I see many South American players available. I bet there is a bargain DM out there. Do you really think we're looking for a traditional DM? I don't think that's the case, but I will see the guy in question. You said Cesar Luis Melo. I'll check him out. Let's see. We really need the depth that we have now in our attack, also again in our midfield. Okay, that's the truth. Again, Doku reckon Tuchel will take the Tottenham job. He will. He don't owe us the loyalty to say no to them because he coached us. When we fired him, did we consider that he would join them if they call upon him? No. So again, that would then, but again, we're being sentimental because we're human. He doesn't owe us that really. Again, but that's why the way again we were first in the league again we lost James and being that again. Yeah, I get it. That shows the importance of having good competition for him. So when he's not playing, or they rotate actually. When whoever plays will still do well, not when one player gets injured, asses and is done. RB new signing is more important. I think the club are working on it. I'd be surprised if we don't bring in a right back or right wing back player by the time the transfer window shuts. Vignesh, we need to sell at least 2 players now and rest of our deadwoods in the summer. We don't have too many deadwoods actually. I think we're thin. But here's the thing. We need to sell some players to accommodate the new players, except if any of them falls into the category again of the age could help. I'm not well acquainted with the rules as to again the quota even for Champions League. We need to remove a name or two names actually to accommodate Felix and also again a Modric. So it's not easy. Let's see what they do. Ziyech has to stay. Yeah, probably you're basing your judgment based on his performance at the World Cup. Noni signing is very, very good, but we need someone that can challenge Rich James in that wing. I think they may well be working on it. I reckon that I would join. Who would join Arsenal? Okay, I'm not sure. There again, Ziyech does not want to play for Chelsea. We need to sell him. Yeah, but again, who wants to buy him? He's on a very high wage. That makes the situation even more difficult. Ziyech needs to stay and start tomorrow. Let's see what happens because Sanchez is Brazilian. He cannot be on the B list, and we already have too many foreign players. Wow. Okay. Good morning, my beautiful Chelsea family. Morning to you. I'm going to move on quickly. Big up panel and chat. Nice to see you here again. The Other Time podcast. Whenever you get a chance, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Yeah.
Coach, I want to correct some things you're reading off the chat. First of all, whoever said Santos is going on loan, it's possible, but they don't know. They haven't got a Scooby-Doo. They're just putting out what they want to happen. There's every possibility he could stay. There's every possibility he could go on loan. I think his work permit issue has been cleared. And that becomes a decision of the coaching staff. So, these people pumping out these things, I don't know. And then the issue of the Champions League registration.
Mm-hmm.
This is partly why you see all these pundits are come, oh, Chelsea have no plan, no strategy. Of course, they have a plan and a strategy. If your player is born after January 2001, you can register them either in the A list, which is a limited list, and then you think of the number of foreign players, or in the B list, and most of them can all be registered in the B list. There you can have any number of players, and it does not stop them from playing in the first team. So I don't know where they get this information from.
Yeah, so no final decision yet.
No final decision on Santos, and any one of the players that we have recruited can be registered for the Champions League. either probably on the B list, or
Mm.
if there is space, if we wish, we can put them on the A list. The only person that has to be on the A list is João Felix because of his age. I think he's 23. The rest are all under 21.
All right. Okay. I'm going to try to catch up with what we have in the chat, and then we'll move on to the structured, again, semi-structured topic. Where do you see? I'm not sure really. Again, let's say by the time the transfer window shut, and I will look at the table, I'll be able to give you a definite answer. Right now, no. And big up to you. Again, I think Todd has been buying Chelsea standards. These players are young and has next to no top football experience and huge price tags. I hope they come good again, but I'm really skeptical. I understand. Oh no, again, believe me, I understand your concern, my brother. Again, but we'll move on from that. Hello again. Nightbot is a machine. Again, just don't mind if he just says hello to you. It's programmed to do that. Good day, my brother. It's been a long time. Good to be back again. I appreciate you. What you're doing again. It's up. God bless you. God bless you too. One name, mother. Again, Jeff E. Obonaya. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. What happened with Hudson-Odoi? I'm not sure. There's no clarity as to what happened, what will happen to him. I have to be honest. Ziyech was treated abysmally. His form since Potter brought him back has been good. Yeah, but I think he'd trust Potter to give him enough to not treat him bad too. I don't know. I think he's already made up his mind he wants to leave. Unfortunately, and I'd rather we sell him, not be selfish and try to keep him, but not be able. I don't want to get into that right now because the way I look now, I honestly see us finishing fifth to sixth at the end of the season. I hope not. I don't want us to get European football if it's not Champions League. Again, all good. Again. Says credit to Todd Boehly. Please buy top players. The young players are too much, and we are again. We're beginning to look like old Arsenal. I think we'll be good. Just calm down. Everything will be all right. Modric is a good player. All we need to do is pray he succeeds because he will definitely shine at Chelsea. There's something I like about the boy. He recognizes it's not about talent alone. You have to work for it. He even has a tattoo that says that. But that's by the way. I think he will come good. Definitely, he would do well. But a tree cannot make a forest. But again, the good thing is that we're truly can we're again assigning players that will complement his ability on the pitch, which means we'll be good all around. And I hope that continues. Oshinyemi, best thing Chelsea needs to do is sell Ziyech, Jorginho, and Aubameyang. Let's see what happens. The Capre Santos shouldn't end up like Rose, Piazon, and Kennedy. This is a different talent altogether. It's not going to be like that. Please, guys, keep liking the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. And here's the link to Jampot's YouTube channel. Go check it out. Subscribe and let him know I sent you. So I'm going to go straight back up. Let's try again, picking up the topics one by one. And please, if you are in the chat, make sure whatever you're talking about is aligned with the current topic. That way I'll read it. If it's not aligned, I will skip it. It can be exhausting to switch topics because the brain will have to switch gears to process the new information. This one here is again, the Zabi, that's the current Brighton coach, and Chelsea keen on signing Moises Caicedo. I hope he finishes the season with us, but it's always difficult to be certain. The best solution is that he finishes the season with us, and for him in the summer, it's better than if he changes teams. This is him just again his wish, how he wants it to end. He wants him not to leave now. Who would want to lose such a player again in January? But this really shows there's a chance he leaves. Bobby, your thoughts? Okay.
The chance who leaves?
This is the Brighton manager. He's saying again. Let me read it. Read it out to you again. It says again the Zabi. Yep, that's I believe it should be pronounced.
Okay, I've seen it. Moise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a chance he leaves. I mean, Chelsea had a 55 million cash plus 10 million add-on bid rejected.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing says they won't go back again. I think Brighton's trying to hold out for a sum total of 75 million, and they know he will go. He's professional enough to try and not say anything to upset the Brighton camp, but he will happily come to Chelsea. There's no two ways about it. The issue is, do Chelsea want to spend that much? It is, it is a lot of money. It really is for
And
him.
they paid just £4 million for him.
Yeah, it is a lot, but that's the nature of the beast. Do we think it is a calculated spend? Is there a benefit to the cost? This is what we have to weigh up. But I can really see that Chelsea will go back in for him. It looks very likely. I can't see any other midfielder there that is that high up in Chelsea's priorities.
Yeah, again, just quick. I'll come back to that in a bit. Again, regarding Moises, again, what's his name, Trossard. But we're talking about Caicedo now. IBZ, your thoughts. What do you read from this? I'm gonna get your interpretation of this comment from the manager. To me, yeah, clearly, he's seen that they will end up losing him, but the question is when. So IBC, big up, bro. I hope you're doing well. Afternoon to you. I know it's probably already afternoon where you are. Are you there?
Yeah, man. Big up, man.
Big up, brother. Big up.
How you doing, Bobby?
Yeah, hi, IBC. Hi. Sorry,
ahead.
sometimes it takes me a while to unmute.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so on Zerbi says, I hope you finish the season with us, but it's always difficult to be certain. The best solution that he finishes the season with us and for him in the summer is better than if he changes team. Yeah, I mean, I understand, man. For his start, he's so crucial to them, especially where they are right now and how they're playing. Obviously, it's very hard, it's almost like I fully understand Brighton and the manager's stance and the player's stance. You know what I mean? The player's doing so well for Brighton. It's almost like I would like to see his development continue there before I say, oh, yeah, well, I've seen enough in 6 months for me to say that this guy is the truth, for me to come to Chelsea and play his football. It's almost like that. But, if we need him and he's top of our priority, that's the game, isn't it? So they're going to go out for him. I think he's a good player. It's always different from when they play in Brighton to, a more demanding team. Leandro Trossard is going to see that with Arsenal. Cucurella's seen that at Chelsea. If we get Caicedo, it'll be another one. So I believe he's got the quality. He's got good, he's got quality. So I believe this is why the club will want to push this deal. And like Bobby said, I don't see any other signing under that priority. No.
Yeah. Again, I think he tops the list because but I'm not sure. Again, there's a bit of argument as to why we're signing him as a DM or as a box-to-box midfielder, more of the cover city role of hybrid of 8 and 6. Nobody's quite sure, really. But that's, by the way, again, we move on from that one. And thank you so much for all the support. And here we have my brother, DJ. So, says a big up, Kachila, the panel, and everyone in the chat. Big up to you too, DJ. I hope you're doing well. And if you're watching, people, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the likes. 118 likes already. If you haven't, even if you're watching and you're not participating in the chat, take a second. Please drop a like on the stream, as it does help, again, the channel grow. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. Yeah, big up to you too, DJ. And my brother here, Glenn Caicedo. It's not, again, I've mispronounced his name so many times, corrected myself, has become a problem. Caicedo will have more than one club to pick from in the summer. So if we could reel him in right now, it would be good. You could argue the reason, again, we're going for most of these players fighting to get it done now, because in the summer there's a chance we may not have Champions League football and it becomes even more difficult. I think we should get him. I think we will get him. I wouldn't be surprised even if we end up getting Enzo before the transfer window shuts. But that's, by the way, this one here says again, haven't seen, I don't want to talk about that right now, really. Again, anyone we get, it doesn't matter if we don't win. We have to win. A UEFA B-list player must have been connected to the club for 3 years with a maximum of one loan. In that time, when Pulisic arrived at 20, he was allowed to be registered as an EPL homegrown but not UEFA. Okay, thank you for that contribution. We move on to the next stuff we have lined up here. Just give me 1 second. In a bit, I'll come back to you. We've talked about this one, and I'm going to close it out. This one here is again Sky Sports. Really, I think Bobby will enjoy this one quite well. It says Sky Sports really hates Chelsea spending money. They should be thanking us for giving them something to talk about. And I love Chelsea Dodgers a lot, as they never get exclusive stories these days. Again, when I was growing up, again, that was the first place to look for transfer news. Again, now it's the last, yeah, because again, there are some Twitter journalists who have better connection or better, you can say sources than Sky Sports. They usually report stories last these days. Bobby, your thoughts on this particular? It's funny, but to me, it's truthful, really. Your thoughts?
It is, yeah, it is. Actually, I'm watching Sky Sports now. I watch them because I like to keep tabs on their behavior towards the club. I can see they're beginning to try and curb it. Is it even possible? I don't know. If you guys think that the noise from social media goes unheard, I think you're not really up to the times. I've said on this platform many a time that we are in an era of information and media control of everything. And if you are quiet on a media platform, your voice is not heard. You can't change anything. This dictates society. People think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. On a more serious level, a lot of sort of politicians use this to push forward policy and their plans and agendas.
And shape opinions.
Oh gosh, yeah, and they're very successful at it. But for us in sport, for us in sport, that is, as far as I'm concerned, a more innocent endeavor in life. We as Chelsea fans need to seize back some of the negative narrative. And the only way we can do that is expose these people when they come at us and push the truth and push Chelsea's agenda, if we have one. Our only agenda is to succeed. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we're in the sport for. So, yeah, they always have a dig at Chelsea, even when they are fair and nice. You'll notice that they end up with some dig, some negative thing, because they support other clubs. It's quite clear. And they don't like Chelsea's progress. What Chelsea's doing this January has rattled so many of them. They didn't expect it. They didn't want it. They didn't think the new owners were going to do this. They thought, oh, Americans, they're here just to take money. They're going to ruin the club. That was what they hoped. But these people, their clear plan is success before profit, or success bringing profit. That is the football way. You can't make profit out of football without success. And they have understood that.
It's a result-driven game.
Absolutely. And what has frightened them is that these people have shown that they're not out to waste money, but they're not frightened of spending money, which shouldn't have surprised anybody, because the way they bought the club showed that they have the money to spend. It's quite simple. So, they're not here because of their money. They understand FFP, but they also understand that a club of the magnitude of Chelsea Football Club is a heavy, high finance, expensive investment. And if you come into it and you're not ready to invest, you may as well just get out of it. So they've come in, they're investing on the playing staff, first of all, for the men's team, which is, the main thing really, is what football is first of all about. And then after they've settled the team, brought in, overhauled the playing team, which I think is an excellent idea, sorted out their sporting staff, their backroom staff, the medical staff, all the playing side of things. They have already started working on the stadium. That's their next big project, the stadium, the training ground. And then they start attacking ventures, TV rights. I think this is why people like Sky Sports are beginning to understand that their anti-Chelsea or anti-anybody bias will one day turn around and bite them in the backside. They're not there for that. They're there for objective, unbiased media. But the media, sadly, these days, it started picking sides. It started pushing agendas, which is sad. And keep that out of sport, because the next thing, if something like the Super League hasn't sent out a warning to them, their monopoly over TV viewing will come under threat. That's what these guys are looking at. And I wish them luck. I'm sick of Sky Sports and these people. They've had too much monopoly. It's high time they came under threat. Other clubs come together, give us other viewing outlets, and let's have either a unbiased network that we can all look at, or if you want to go biased, we go back to the days of Chelsea TV. When you switch on Chelsea TV, you know you're watching everything Chelsea. It's all biased Chelsea. I used to appear on there very often in the past. Yeah, you know what it's at. You know, if you're not there for that, then get out of there. You know, that's the whole thing. Other clubs had their channels. If we're going down that road, fine. But if you're going to be a sports channels, please don't attack other. Be even. That's all we're asking. Just be even. Don't attack us. You know, we're buying players. So what? Everybody buys players. But if you want to reshape your destiny in the arena of sport, you've got to spend money, and that's all Chelsea are doing. We're competing.
Yeah.
We want to be at the top. That's not a crime.
Yeah, let me catch up with the chat and see if if he has anything to add to this one. Otherwise, we'll move on. Caicedo is not more than, again, 15 million player for me. Again, you're buying him in January, so you have to pay premium. And please, guys, pay attention to what we're talking about. Let the topics align so you don't exhaust me. So I'll try my best. Again, I'll try the best I can to catch up with whatever that's being said. Here we are again, Liverpool this Saturday. Let's see if Potter can secure that one. Again, I'll just read everything this time, but please make sure whatever you're adding there again is aligned with the topic. Please, we need someone strong in the midfield. I think they're working on it. Samuel Krakow, I hope you're doing well. Caicedo is overrated. Okay, if that's what you think. Pulisic again was not allowed to again on any B list. They have to be club trained, but they never mind. Okay, let's see. 100% Sky Sports hates us, but I don't care. Yeah, again, it's about the success. And like I've said before, if nobody talks about you, like my Niger brother Two-Face Idibia would say, then again, then you're nobody. Because we're successful, because we'll continue to be successful, because we're doing well. They fear what we're capable of doing now. They will try to come at us again in a negative way. I hope my darling Chelsea will bring in a top striker to replace Auerbach, because for me, Auerbach cannot lead. Okay, if that's how you see it, we could try and buy Caicedo now, but he moves for the summer and maybe loan and experience a DM from another club. Maybe try and test the waters with Frank Casey of, again, Barcelona, and see what happens at Ivory Coast International. Sky Sports News is just a Twitter news with an employer all all nonsense. Again, bro, if you're watching, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. You know I love you, bro. And again, I'll still find time to be on your channel so we can talk Chelsea. Speaking facts. Yes, support for you, for Bobby there. Samuel Krakow again with this attack. With this attack, we can play Kai as the false nine. He would thrive well with this attack. Again, he is good. Just loses his rhythm sometimes, probably because not playing consistently in a particular position. If they're haters, don't forget they are scared. That is the delicious comment of the day. That's what's driving their hatred, is that their fear of our success, their fear, again, the fear of what we're capable of doing. It's what, again, is driving their hatred for us. Again, people, if you're watching, if you haven't taken a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Shemo Sky Sports, again, they are anti-Chelsea for sure. We know that already. Again, please keep liking the stream. Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all the support. Let's see what happens. Again, it's very, very real, Roger. Again, that is Bobby. Roger isn't on the panel yet, Richard Evans, but thank you so much. And my brother, social media, mainstream media, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your viewpoint. Yeah, It is done in a way that, again, if you take it and run with it stupidly, you become stupid for a while before you realize you're in a rabbit hole, if that makes sense. Again, Chelsea TV, I remember Bobby, Vic, and George on that, calling the show, speaking to Gigi and Neil. Yeah, good times. Loan him or let him sit on the bench and play Dacho Fofana. I think I want Dacho Fofana to play. If anything, again, there's no Chelsea TV. It's been replaced by the fifth time, probably to spend less. Maybe that will come back again better and even stronger. Busquets on a free over Caicedo. Ooh, is Busquets the man in the Premier League? I don't think so. Maybe in the Champions. I don't think he comes to Chelsea again. Imagine again, our host at Trent TV. It's been a while, brother. I hope you're doing well. More importantly, please, guys, keep liking the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. What do we have? People forgetting the squad quota. Yeah, it's easy to forget that, but yeah, I'm gonna learn more about that. I love you guys. Again, Aja, again, Oye Dikachi, my Igbo brother. Aja, again, love you too, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Swap Aubameyang for Kessie. Yeah, but Barcelona, again, that could work. That could work, but here's where the problem lies. Barcelona will have issue registering him. The rumors are that he can't play for them this season, so it wouldn't make any sort of sense for them to agree to that sort of deal. Yeah, so yeah, we're moving from that one. Let's see what else we'll have. Again, here's the link to my brother's YouTube channel. Please go check it out. He's up and coming, but the content is top notch. Always have good panelists in there. So please go check out his channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Please do that for me. I'd really appreciate that. What is your prediction for tomorrow's game? Ooh, here's the thing. The only thing I can tell you, I'm not going to say who wins that game, but the only thing I can tell you is this: by default, we'll play well tomorrow because Liverpool. Again, I have never seen Klopp play differently. There will always be that high line. There will be a chance for us to get players in behind. But the only problem is when you get that chance, finish it. Because against Liverpool, you will get the chance to score, but finish all your chances. Because if they get 11 chances, they score 15 goals. If that makes any sort of sense to you. So, yeah, all I can say by default, the openness of the game means we'll play well. But are we going to take our chances? That's where the question lies. Again, Biscuits, Glenn, love you so much, brother. Again, let me ask you, who's the Antoine you're talking about? I want to know. I can't just shout out for somebody I don't know. I want to know. You have to explain the situation. And if somebody confirms whatever you're saying about the Antoine Ferdinand, what sort of? Are you serious? Now I get it. You're just being controversial there. Okay, let me see what we're gonna do. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You're just bringing controversy here to shame my club. I don't want to see you on this channel again. That's, by the way, again, here we have a Biscuit. What do we have? Yeah, call him that. Chelsea injury curse. It has hit Levi Colwell at Brighton. I see it's out for 6. Yeah, we'll talk about that. That scares the heck out of me. But as Bobby would say, it looks more like a juju curse than it is any medical thing. But thank you for bringing it up, brother. Please like and subscribe, guys. Again, if you have not, I see help the channel grow and reach a wider audience. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all the support. Again, next time, if you guys see anybody, a rival fan who's in the chat, again, not being civil, not respecting themselves, just trying to shame the club unnecessarily, just ban them. If it is basic banter, leave them. But once it's gone beyond banter and then it's just shaming the club, ban the person forever if you can, if you're a mod. Aubameyang has played for the maximum allowable 2 clubs in Barca and Chelsea. La Liga rules preclude a player to register the same player twice in a season, so he cannot go back. Yep, that complicates the whole suggestion there from the individual in the chat. John's, yeah, again, many supporters of the Big Six are angry and scared of Chelsea. Yeah, that's a good sign, and I'm not worried. Like I said, my brother Two-Face says, my Niger brother Two-Face says, if nobody talks about you, then you're nobody. They're talking about us. They're hating us because we're doing well. Because what we're gonna do in the coming months is gonna be something special. They don't want to see that. Again, Levi took a glance at our squad and his muscle ruptured. The voodoo is real. Again, 219 views and only 141 likes. Smash the like button, people. Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. Please, if you're watching, whether you're participating in the chat or not, thank you. Even if you're not participating in the chat, you're providing value. So I say thanks to you. Please take a second to drop a like on the stream. It takes half a second to do that. I appreciate all the support. Yes, let's hit 200 as soon as possible. The fact that the only ex-Chelsea pundit on Sky Sports and BT are Hasselbank and Cole says a lot. Yeah, so that says quite a lot, really. Again, the only pundits I like to listen to are the one for MSNBC, NBC Sports. And so, well, again, yesterday, I think Gary Cahill joined them for the Sports versus Man City game. And I hope to see him even more. Again, I just subscribed. Okay, did you just subscribe? Okay, to my brother's channel. The podcast. The Other 10 podcast. Thank you for doing that, brother. I appreciate that. Again, why get Sergio when we have Kante? Yeah, right now, and plus we're trying to sign a younger player too. Again, okay, yeah, Lam Lane, again, I hope you're getting better, bro. We keep praying for you. Stay strong. We all love you. Again, may our strength as a collective unit help again bring you healing. Amen. Again, I hope you get better soon, brother. Again, not surprised, Kachila. It's an Arsenal fan, bro. Banter. Yeah, but that's beyond banter, really. Again, it's taking it to an extent I don't want. Please, Chelsea should sign a DM and RB and Kepa. Abiola, Sean. Abiola, nice to see you here, brother. I hope you're doing well. So you don't want justice for... Don't bring that up. I don't want to talk about it. That's not what... When did that incident happen? Bobby, correct me if I'm wrong. Did something else happen to did something else happen to Ferdinand?
Ferdinand?
Yeah, and again, Anton Ferdinand. Isn't it the Ferdinand brother?
I haven't heard anything about that. So you don't want justice for Anton Ferdinand? Maybe they're referring back to the...
Yeah, I know. I don't even want to talk about the incident between him and... Was it John Terry or who?
Yeah, come on. That's
I don't want to talk about that.
20
so
years
what
ago?
do you mean? Justice, what are you talking about? So I have to go back and start talking about something that happened how many years ago?
God knows.
Tell me if something else happened that I don't know. And believe me, I'd be willing to ask for justice for him. I will be drinking, again, the tears with a slice of lemon and a shot of rum. Yeah, enjoy it. And I will be doing that too. Again, guys, please keep liking the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love to you all. Let's see what we have here. Again, I've accepted the fact that glory might not come for us this season, but next season we will see some fruits start to bear. Again, and surely be good to bring back TT now with this crop of players. No, he's not coming back. Just forget that. Is this again about John Terry? That's why I said I'm not going to talk about it. Really, I don't know the background to the story, to the incident. No, he's just forcing me. Here's the thing. The person that talks about it, whatever he's doing, is just to shame the club. He's an Arsenal fan, and this is not the first time he's talked rubbish. He said rubbish about Chelsea. If you want Casey, we could take Rhys James. Oh yes, my Barcelona friend there. I love you, but yeah. Good luck. Give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Viva Madueke to my brother Carlito. Pop, love you, bro. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. And why Carlito is there, guys, be sure to go check out Worldwide Chest. Again, Sadiq helped me quite a lot when this channel was still pretty much 20, 30, 40 subscribers. He kept encouraging me. And if there are stuff that happened now outside of YouTube that that got me mad so much that I wanted to say, I'll take a break from this and I'll continue later. But Sadiq always says continue. Yep, and I'll never forget that. Bro, when you get a chance, share the link to your channel. Again, Carlito is the co-owner of Worldwide Charles. So people can go check it out. Coach, again, justice for the dinosaurs, bro. That comment came out of nowhere. Yeah, it does, really. Again, Coach, who do you think from the academy will be the next Rhys James? I don't know the academy, shamefully so. I don't know the academy players too well, except those that have gotten the chance to play for the senior team. which right now it's just Levi Colbert. He's now part of the first team. So beyond him, I don't know anyone else that much, really. If I'm being honest, I have to start watching their games again. Oyedikachi, I am so worried that Kante has not been given a contract extension. Porter really don't know what he would miss if we allow again Kante to go. No, I think we'll eventually come to an agreement with him. There's always again the reports have all been positive. Everything we've been hearing have all been positive so far. Sky Sports, yeah, I get it. And if you're a mod, you should avoid using some words so other people don't look at you and start doing what you're doing. Kachila, a man can have dreams. You can dream. You can dream, and dreams do come true. So keep dreaming. Yes, like says my brother, the Prince. Let's keep liking the stream, guys. Anything else here? Again, I love Chelsea. We have not have any trophy for 2 years. We should go again. Start Modric will be a version of Messi. We will come out again in Champions League. Watch out. Okay, I love that. So right now, guys, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. 2016, kind of recent. Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about it. Again, the people that again, the body or the authorities that are supposed to deal with that incident. They've dealt with it, and it's over again. And I wasn't on the pitch. There's no way telling what really transpired there. Again, it's still on YouTube. Okay, nice. Okay, thank you. We just need to forget about TT and accept the reality. But this is not my job to talk about it here. If that's what you're trying to push, we just need to forget about TT and accept reality. Move on. Again, most guys in the studio, even ESPN, do not like Chelsea. Why? I don't know. We've talked about that. I just don't know. Let me just say, because of our success, because of how well we're doing. It's as simple as that. Again, Lewis Hall is going to be our biggest player. Again, that guy, again, his confidence, his dribbling ability, again, and again, his vision as a player, passing range and all that. Uche Igwe, okay, Dion. I've heard somebody else talk about him, but we'll move on from that. Good afternoon, Coach. Again, I'm not going to lie, I kind of have confidence in us to beat Liverpool. We seem to play better against the good teams. Once they're a space, I think we're good at exploiting it. Don't forget, winning the Champions League, nice, but it comes with a heap of pressure for next season. Yep, I support you winning the Champions League. Anyone except Madrid seems fine for me. Yeah, and am I surprised? You're a Barcelona fan, of course. So yeah, guys, I'm going to take a break from reading. I'm going to go up here. Let's see what else we have to talk about here. We'll go away from this one, and the next one is Colwell is out again. I think Liam Lane already talked about that a bit. He's out for up to 6 weeks. Again, has our injury trouble become infectious? Maybe. Bobby, do you want to talk about that, or should we just move on? Because Liam Lane had already spoken about it in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Don't know. I don't really have anything to say about that. No.
Do you think that will in any way affect our desire to offer him an improved contract?
No, not at all. He's a Chelsea player. He's coming back next season. So yeah, not at all. He'll probably be sent back to the club to recover anyway because he's on loan. So there's nothing to really add to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's by the way. Stalin abuse. Yeah, I'm not sure where that can. Yeah, where is it always Chelsea fans coach like other occasions, Salah and Stalin abuse. I think this sounds. Are you sure you're not the same person that's coming back with the same? Again, we're not here to. That's not what we're here to talk about right now. Honestly, one thing I observed from different reporters, they hate Chelsea, and I don't. Yeah, here's the thing: it's our success. If that makes any sort of sense. Again, just people saying hello to each other. I'm going to move on from that one to the next topic here. And this one, again, Chelsea have seen an offer of £55 million rejected for Moises Caicedo, Brighton Hove Albion midfielder, Moises Caicedo. Bobby, your thoughts? Do you think we can still get him? Because £55 million, that's like more than how many? They paid just $4 million for him. That's more than. I can't do the calculations right now, but I'll do it while you're speaking. Do you think we can still get them? I think they paid £4 million for him, really.
Yeah, I mean, we need to more or less forget what was paid for these players. I mean, it's like talking about what was paid for Enzo. It's a seller's market. If buying players in January, we've seen, especially Moyes, the insistence on 75 million is driven by the fact that, yes, he's a top player. Yes, he's important to them. And it's difficult for them to replace him at this point in the season. And they're doing well in the season. So it's a sort of value added tax, if I can use that term. Look, it is a lot of money, I have to say. It's like, the Enzo money. It's just a lot of money, too much money. But would it be any better in the summer? I don't think so. I really don't. I think in the summer, the scramble for the top midfielders is going to be worse. I see Man City, they're definitely going to, offload the likes of Gundogan. I think Barcelona's sniffing around that. And Man United are probably going to look for a midfielder if they're not engrossed in their club sale. Liverpool, there's a lot of talk of Jude Bellingham. Is that true? I don't know. I don't know if it's a shoe-in for them. It's not, although they tend to think it is, but I don't think it is. But they are also one of the clubs interested in Caicedo, as is Man City. Barcelona also have that interest in Bellingham. There's going to be a scramble amongst the top clubs. And remember, Chelsea may not have Champions League football. I mean, God forbid, but, we've got to consider that as well. So I think the club's hierarchy would, they've spent money already.
Mm-hmm.
So how much an extra 10 million? It's not, and we give long contracts. So though the bills are adding up, our yearly bills are adding up with all the different players we're buying, their costs are all spread over a year. I think they might go for it. They might go for it in with the knowledge of the fact that, look, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. If we can get him, definitely Declan Rice is going to be 100 million. Definitely Enzo is going to be around 100 million. Jude Bellingham is going to be 100 million. So compared to all those, we might find come the summer, he's relatively cheap, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If I'm to be asked the advice as to what to do about this guy, I'll just say, look, buy him. Buy him. Forget the criticism. We're being criticized anyway about anything we do. If we buy, we're criticized. If we don't buy, we're criticized. Buy him, fit him into the plans. Definitely somebody will go. All the midfielders cannot stay. We know that. We know Georgie's going. I may have big question marks around Kovacic. I don't think he's really been proving himself. If he finds his form, then he can complement someone like Caicedo. To cut a long story short, he's a worthy buy. I think we have to go for it. We've bid once, which is fine. They've said no. The second one would be just go get him, like we did with Noni and the rest of them. Talking about that Noni guy, people are talking about his injuries and that. I've just had a look at his injuries. There's nothing major there. They're all sort of muscular things, or the recent one was an ankle thing. And considering the way he plays, it's not surprising. And he seems to be over it. And I would like to think that medical advice was taken before making that purchase. So, yeah, Caicedo, go for it, for sure.
Yeah,
By
I
the
think
way,
we should.
but there was talk about Yves Bissouma. I think in the post that you put there, that this talk of a swap deal with traditionally Spurs don't do deals.
We'll get to that. I think it's up there when we get to. Let's not give it away now.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Again, Tabejo, I haven't seen you share the link to your channel. I want you to do that. I feel sorry because he was doing well at Brighton, also again developing very well. Yeah, again, but it's not 4 weeks. Again, that's not really bad. But that's by the way. Again, they are all. I'm not. I'm not gonna. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll look it up later. Okay, thank you for reminding me. I'll look it up later. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Big up DJ. Yes, Kessie to Chelsea. Again, I'll take Kessie anytime, any day. Again, I wonder if Salah would come if we make an offer. You can buy him now. He just extended, and his wage is astronomical. Again, if you're paying attention, just
What time's Potter's press conference?
I'm not sure. Again, probably around noon your time, but I'm looking at my update screen. If once it
should be
starts, I think
soon.
I'll find out.
Should
So
be
yeah,
very soon.
Colwell's the duration of his again absence will be six. How many? 6 weeks? That's like a month plus. I think he'll be all right. We don't need Salah again. Salah at Chelsea. Come on again. Getting him, it won't be easy. Really, that's just the truth. Conversations between people there. Let me see. I think I'm going to scroll past quite a lot here. This is a question here. Do you think Rice still goes to Chelsea or Arsenal ready to make an offer? There's no kind of way telling whether the rumors that Arsenal they've made him their top priority for summer transfer window, and there's no guarantee he comes to us because maybe by the time summer comes, we'll be fulfilled in the midfield area. We'll be fulfilled in the area where he'd get a chance to play and even have more than one player in that area. That makes it even difficult because he'd also consider where he'd go and get good enough game time to still remain an England international, if that makes any sort of sense to you. You boy, again, if Chelsea have so much money, get Mbappe, it's possible. You can buy the president of a club. I don't know how many times, again, I'm going to say that, but that's by the way. Let's see what happens. Tobago says again, what does it say? Again, I don't want Salah. Again at Isco. Let's see. Alba is going back to Barcelona. No, not the swap. It's not going to happen. You've heard the story. They can't register him twice in a single season. It has to be next season. He has to finish the season with us. Okay, again, mistake. Let's see anything else to read here. Romeo Lavia will be better option too. That's a Southampton player, former Manchester City player. I didn't even know he was a Manchester City Academy product until one of the shows here where we talked about him. Hit the like button, people. We are 166 likes. We should get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Please keep liking the stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all that. Again, breaking news. Let me just talk about that quickly. Let it open first. Continue again to smash the like button, people. Yes, lots of love from you guys. We must find out. We must find a way out because it's very obvious that we need a DM and a right back. Very important. I think they should pay. Oh, watch the language. Watch the language. You're a mod, bro. I can't read that. Again, if that some people do read it. We need this guy right now. Again, Naluja, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. Phil R7, if only Benfica will accept Enzo's signing clause in installments, that's the only way Chelsea can sign him. If not, it won't happen. I believe that too. I think that's the difference between the two clubs. We want them to assign again. I'm not going to go into details, but I think you're very correct. I want Spence at Chelsea. Okay, talk more about him. I want to hear that. Bobby says it starts again. That's he using the military time at 1:30 p.m. That's at 13:30 p.m. Yeah, 1:30 p.m. minus 12. Again, if you minus 12, then you get the correct time there. If you're not into military time format, we need again to register Noni in a few hours for him to be eligible to play against Liverpool. That's what I'm guessing that contribution is. Tobago, share the link to your channel, please, bro. Yeah, I get that. Again, is that deal of when is it going to happen? There's no telling what will happen, really. And yes, guys, please keep liking the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're at 171 likes. Again, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Never rule out. Yep, that's just that. Never rule out. Smashing the like button, people. Yep, thank you so much. Isco Philosophy. I love your name. Isco, one player I love so much again, but your name just reminds me of Isco. What happened? Why he wasn't able to reach us again? The height we all again believed he'd reach. I don't know. Again, Enzo comes in the summer. It will be very difficult to get him in the summer. Hopefully, we get a win against Liverpool. Thank you so much for that. Let's see what happens. The next topic we have lined up here. Again, this one. Yep, Chelsea have seen an offer. Yep, the rejection, but I think it still happened. Moises Caicedo, September. Here's the thing: the player from the players, and I don't think it would be an issue. The player wouldn't turn down an opportunity to join Chelsea Football Club, so that's a good sign. But I don't want us to go to the extent of making the player to start pushing to leave the club. I think it will ruin the good relationship we already have with Brighton. We don't want that to happen. We took their manager, took his backroom staff, signed a few of their players, and all that. Again, I want it to remain good. It says Moises Caicedo, September 2022. Again, it says, I think Chelsea are one of the best teams in the world, and nobody would turn down an offer from them. It will be, again, a dream to be in the best team in the world and succeed there. Again, so to me, that's a guarantee the player himself would want to join us if Brighton accepts the deal. But again, even at that, I don't want us to push it to get him to start rebelling or behaving in an, again, unacceptable manner. But Bobby, your thoughts, the fact that, again, he wouldn't turn down an offer to join us, your thoughts on that? I'm going to try to get the subsequent comment. When Bobby comes in, he can speak. I'm sure he heard me, probably a bit busy or so. Again, hopefully we get a win against Liverpool. Again, that would do us a world of good. Like Bobby would say, it would be a confidence, booster for us. Do you start, again, Modric against Liverpool? Yeah, I would start him. The only thing, I wouldn't do, for instance, in the case of João Felix, you could say he started 30 minutes after arriving at signing for the club. I think that was a risk. As much as, we saw flashes of how, again, the changes he brings to the team and how well he did with the little time he was on the pitch. Still, it was a risk, really. Had he trained more with the team, I think, he won't be that eager to start. Because the fact you're starting him just like 10 minutes after joining the club, which means, again, you're showing him it's on you to get us to start doing well. So much pressure may have led to that adrenaline and him putting in such tackle because he was eager to impress, and then boom, he gets a red card and he's going to miss 2 games. But that's by the way, I think this is the last game. Is this the last game he misses? Yeah. But that's by the way, we'll move on from that. Hopefully Felix comes in on a permanent in the summer and ends the 2. Again, here's a link to Tobago's YouTube channel. Please take a second to go check it out. Subscribe. Make sure, again, to let him know I sent you. He owes me some commodity, a South African beer that I'd like to test. I've only heard about it in a song. I really want to test it in real life. But that's, by the way, you can move on. Go check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe. Let's let him grow. Yes, he says, again, share and like the stream, people. You will win the lottery if you do. Oh, okay. I like that one. We have 171 likes. If you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Again, Noni, have a pace with dribbling. He dribbles with ease. Wow. He doesn't break a sweat. Again, break sweat when his dribbles are so seamless. Thanks, jump on. Let's see what we have again. Let's see what we have here again. I would not mind Felix gets a permanent contract at the club because he is very young and will adapt to the Premier League. He's played the game so long that if you don't pay attention, you'd think it'd be like around 26, 27, 28, but he's just still 23, really. Can Madueke get game time against Liverpool on Sunday? Again, if signing is completed today, there's a chance, but at least he will be on the bench. But I don't know, really. Again, let's see what happens. Mihailo, Modric, with his fitness level, he should start. Plus, he's trained with the team for a couple of days now. Why Chelsea bring Noni when Chelsea have a lot of wingers? Noni is different. As much as we have some wingers, but are they as explosive as Noni, as Mihailo Modric? No, they're not. We have wingers we had at the club.
Sorry, did you call me, Coach?
Yeah, I was calling you, but it looks like you were busy then.
Yeah, I popped out. I'm back now. Just to let you know.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me catch up with that again. The wingers we have all often shy away from taking on their man, but with Modric and Modric and Madueke, they don't. They take on their man. But that will go a long way for us if that makes any sort of sense to you. Some of us knew Chelsea will sign Noni because the type of player we are liking. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Again, we got the CB Todd Boehly, never seen. Oh, okay, I see. Now another Arsenal fan. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. Do it smart. Let him keep spending smartly. Gunner again, a CV come again. Yeah, you guys should slug it out with the Gunner man there. Just so, again, except if it becomes abusive, don't ban him. Don't worry about that. That's by the way. So, Bobby, here's why what I wanted you to talk about the fact that Moises Caicedo, is clearly what he's saying here. If Chelsea comes to me, I'm willing to join them. What difference does that make in your book?
No, Moyes has always said that. That's not new to me at all. And by the way, it says everything about Arsenal. I find it so interesting that their fans are constantly coming to Chelsea spaces, constantly. It's amazing because very few real Chelsea fans even bother to go anywhere near Arsenal spaces. That's a different matter. But no, Moyes Caicedo has always been prepared to move, but he's been respectful to the club he's in and being professional. He's given it his best until anything changes. As in his mind, he's all in for Brighton, and so he should be. By the way, speaking of Arsenal, they've just signed a defender, a Swiss defender. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, does it change anything? No. Once we drop the money, he's ours. It's as simple as that, in my opinion.
So this doesn't. This doesn't affect the price in any way. Except if he tells the club openly, "I want to leave," or maybe puts in a transfer request.
To be honest, I wish it would, but I don't think it would, for the reasons I gave earlier about the fact that we are dealing with an inflated market. We are dealing with a January transfer. We're also dealing with the fact that the inflation could get even worse come the summer. So it's not going to make any difference. If anything, it's just going to encourage Chelsea to take the risk, if you know what I mean, if it is a risk, because it shows he's willing to come to the club. You know, it's like the Mudryk situation. There was talk. Well, we've come to learn that it was Arsenal that was more or less tapping him up and constantly going to him. And of course, he was happy to move. You know, it's a big club, so he's happy to go there. But when Chelsea came and presented their case, he was happy to come to Chelsea as well, and made the best bidder win, and that's what happened. So Moises Caicedo's case is, he's happy to stay. But if Chelsea, he has no objections to joining Chelsea whatsoever, and I think that should encourage Chelsea to go for it. I think it's a deal we have to do. It's very expensive, but what isn't these days? We're close. We're definitely going to go over the $500 million mark in expenditure on players, and so what difference does it make? Just do it. Get your players, change your squad, move forward, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to be very bloody minded and single-minded about this, because that's the recipe of success.
Yep, I think I agree with you. And Fuel R7, you just earned my subscription, mate. Come on, you Blues. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. You're welcome. Feel at home, bro. Express yourself. Just keep it civil. Again, you're part of the family now. About Enzo, is there any chance of this January window, or definitely summer? There's no telling. Michael Yeboah, most likely my Ghanaian brother here. Again, if anything, it will happen in this. Again, I'm not sure really. There's no telling what will happen. Given the our new owners, believe me, they can do anything. They've shown you that. Again, Olua Rokami said, "A big up, guys. Greetings to all respected folks in the room, everyone. Again, and thank you so much for finding the show time to join the show, my Niger brother. I appreciate that." And Mitchell boy, Michi, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, Michi. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. Noni is a right winger, all out again. All other wingers prefer and are strong playing from the left side. So again, a bit of balance really. So it makes a sense if you understand that. And Smith, David, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 3. I hope that happens. That will go a long way for us. Tamida, your coach of life, big up to you, my Niger brother. God bless you, and thank you for finding the time to join the show. Let's see what we have here. Patron Pierce saying Noni is a good addition. Plus, he is English, and we need at least 8 quality English players. Excuse me. Plus, his quality and also he still counts again. Helps us make up the English quota. So thank you so much for kindly saying that. Prolific. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. I'm going to move on from that name. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not going to say that name, but I get it. Yeah, thank you so much. Up Blues, if I is a one day, thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. I appreciate that. Again, I'm going to move on, probably scroll to the very bottom. Again, here is the predictions. Here are the predictions there. Somebody asked for it, and you got it. Noni is Ziyech with more body strength, pace of dribbling, techniques and stamina. I am not sure about his passing range. I want to see that too. But in terms of dribbling, he's excellent, really. He dribbles with ease. And again, I want to see more of that. And again, Tobes as big up my Chelsea fans. Have we seen, again, since Christmas? I hope you had a good Christmas and I hope you're enjoying your New Year, brother. How are you? Please do let us know. Let us know whether you're good. Ghana for Chelsea is, again, it's normal. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I'm going to move on again. The name there, I just don't even want to highlight it. Again, you guys just slug it out with them there. Let me move on with something else we have to talk about. Chelsea will win tomorrow. I really do want to see that. Yep, again, forever Ghana 14. You can cry more. Thank you. And I have tissue. It doesn't cost anything. I can send you one. That's, by the way, we'll move on. Let's see what else we have next to talk. Here, we'll have to talk about next here. We go back here. We've addressed this one. Caicedo, I wouldn't mind joining Chelsea. This one, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if it is to say, again, it's coming from, is that Pletigo or Pletigo? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's not a source I know. It's not an outlet I know. Bayern Munich are watching Kai Havertz's situation at Chelsea very closely. What situation, really? That's what I don't understand. Again, a move could happen in the summer for 35 to 52 million. And let me see again, how long does he still have on his contract? Bobby, you want to talk about that one? Okay, it looks like Bobby isn't available. Whenever he comes in, I'll let him talk about it.
No, I was trying to unmute, Coach.
Oh, okay.
Well, Bayern and Havertz.
Yeah. Do you believe it or you think again? Because what situation are they really monitoring?
No, this is, I'm tired of using that word, but this is a kind of brown envelope stuff, isn't it? You're pushing a narrative. Chelsea are buying players. Now you're looking for who you can push here, there, and everywhere. That sum of money wouldn't even be anywhere near enough to get us to start to think about it. And the Havertz, the players that are coming in are going to suit him. He's not an out-and-out number 9, but he's convertible and is converting. That's what is often forgotten in his role. He's young, he's improvable, he's improving, and he's hardworking. So,
and the current manager likes him. I don't know whether people are even paying attention to that.
Yeah, he does. That sort of talk is just. If you notice how when they talk of Chelsea getting rid of players, they look at the best players. They don't look at the players that Chelsea actually will probably want to offload. They look for the cream of the top, and he's one of them. And there's no way he's not going to be on the dispatch list. Come the summer, we're talking to people like Aubameyang. Sterling will leave Chelsea before Havertz, to be honest, and I don't see him going. So no.
Yeah, that's for sure. Let me get like I said, guys. Sorry, if you're a mod, let the Arsenal fans. They provide value to the channel, so yeah, let them. Except if they become abusive, ban them. It's as simple as that. Excuse me. Sorry about the cough. If you're watching, if you haven't, drop a like on the stream and again subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. Yes, that will go a long way. Again, Prince Boateng Benjamin, go again and check the style. Okay, they're having a conversation there. Mudryk versus Trossard, who is a better signing coach? Here's the thing: they're two different kind of players. Oh my goodness! I know Arsenal fans are already saying that Trossard is a better player to Mudryk, just like them saying that Willian is better. Who is it? Is it Willian is better than Ziyech or who? I don't remember the argument then. So I don't want to get into this. we need enough sample to come to that conclusion. Just leave Arsenal fan, but I'd say yes, because I'm a Chelsea fan right now. I say Mudryk is a better player. He's still younger. Again, Trossard is 28. He's just had again about 2-3 years max. It depends on his style of play, really. But I'm not going to get into that. I think we signed the better player, if you ask me. Maybe I'm being biased as a Chelsea fan. If that's how you see it as a Chelsea fan, let that be. Forever gonna, again, this is just a conversation. Again, I am blessed. I really think Chelsea are creating the best and deepest team in the world. That is just delicious to read, really. And I love that. Thank you so much for kindly saying that. And Phil, our services forever. Okay, you just, again, responding to what they're saying. I'm going to move on to the very bottom. Quite a lot to read. If I miss anything, apologies. Even when Havertz, again, has played the 10 role, he wasn't better. Again, when Nkunku comes and say, we signed Felix, where does Havertz play? I'm not sure. It's difficult to say, really. But I think he stays. We need a deep squad. Again, we have too many competitions to the two domestic cups, the Premier League, the Champions League. That's quite a lot. And if we can again get them to be playing well again as a unit and be able to rotate them, I think it will go a long way for us. And if you're being honest here, Thomas Tuchel, again, no matter how badly we think those players later became under Thomas Tuchel, rotation was key to what Thomas Tuchel was able to achieve. Yep. But the only issue is that those players were not able to develop, again, the max, again, a measure of chemistry they should have between each other, because the rotation was a bit too much. But still, he was able to achieve whatever we achieved then because he had deep enough squad to always rotate, if that makes any sort of sense to you. But that's why the way Man United must beat Arsenal. Let's see what happens in that one. People are seeing Chelsea buying up players and complaining after the signing. You guys will see the turnout. Yeah, I think we're cooking something special. Todd Boehly likes a good meal, and I think he's cooking something that all of us would most definitely enjoy. People should understand that we need a competition in this team. Yep, we don't need backups. We need competition. As for me, I still think Kai Havertz stays. I don't care what people say. So we move on from that one. And this one here says, that's an interesting one. Again, if you're in the chat, let us know what you think about this one, really. Spurs have shown no interest in a deal that would see Hakim Ziyech go in the opposite direction. And again, Bissouma come to us. Barcelona's Frank Kessié is an option. We've talked about him. But where I want to go, what I want us to talk about, Bobby, we want them to take Hakim Ziyech and give us Bissouma. But it's looked like it's not something that interests them. Maybe they're just being a bit reluctant and still come around to say, okay, let's do it. Because Bissouma, to me, he hasn't played that much. But Bobby, your thoughts about that proposal to give them Ziyech and get Bissouma? Some Chelsea fans don't want that, but I think it's a good deal. Your thoughts? It would be a good deal if we're able to pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, Potter has played with Bissouma almost as much, if not more, than he's played with Caicedo. For some reason, Bissouma has not settled in at Spurs. I don't know whether it's his injuries, the court case. It's not worked for him. Even last night, when I saw bits of that game, he performed in patches, but he's a shadow of himself. As I was trying to say, earlier, Spurs don't like doing deals with Chelsea. Daniel Levy, or whatever his name is, has a deliberate dislike for Chelsea. He doesn't hide it. He is extremely jealous of the club. He's always trying to be like the club, and he can't. And he would never like to do anything he sees as an advantage. Mm-hmm. However, this could be different because Bissouma is not really working out for them. And Ziyech has a profile that they may be able to use effectively. They could consider it. They could go against their normal policy and consider it. And the thing is that it's a trade-off, so they
Mhm.
can't overinflate the price, or we'll just walk away because we don't need to do that. Watch this space. I mean, they've said no, which is typical of them. But
Mhm.
will it tempt them if we? The only way it will tempt them is if we go back with Ziyech and a silly amount of money, which I don't think we should ever do with Spurs. So maybe we should just move away from this one completely. But it was worth the attempt. But
Oh,
they're
you
not.
don't you think we've given up already? You don't think we'd keep pushing for it?
Well, I don't see why we should, because what they will want is a silly amount of money. That's Daniel Levy, isn't it? He'll want the player and something stupid, maybe like 55 million that we first offered for Bissouma,
Mhm.
plus Ziyech, which to me is unacceptable. It's not acceptable at all. So we need to move on and just
Yeah,
focus on what we're doing.
keep speaking. Yeah, keep speaking. 1 second, I'll be back to you.
Sure, sure. We should focus on the Moises Caicedo deal, which I think Chelsea is. I think that's the main deal they're looking at. A second offer could go in, which would focus more on a payment structure to meet their 75 million that they're looking for, because we put 55 down with a payment structure to meet 65. Um, we could well put the same amount down with a bigger payment structure, or we could put a higher amount in cash and then a performance-based payment structure to get up to the 75 million they're looking for.
Again, Bobby, thank you so much for that. Again, people have shared a link to a short video that will teach you how to pronounce Modric's name. Please be sure to go check it out. Again, I think you will like it. I think it's better we fans start viewing every decision from the perspective of competition rather than who stays or leaves. Wow, that is some delicious comment there. Tamidara, I love that, my Niger brother. Thank you for saying that. Again, rather than who stays or leaves, Bobby will love you or leaves. That helps to make a better judgment of all spending. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to approach it that way. I am seeing a Chelsea in Champions League final. I hope that comes to pass. Mudrik. Salam again. You're saying, is that how you spell his name or so? Or so I don't know. Again, if Loftus-Cheek could play long ball from mid plus passing more than him wanting to dribble, I believe him and Enzo would be perfect as a double pivot. Loftus-Cheek is not a deep line midfielder. He's always his best position is as an 8. But for some reason, he's been stereotyped, or maybe not even stereotyped. I think maybe because that's where space is for him. Managers don't trust him to be an effective 8. I don't know if that's the case. Advice is not the answer. Give another. Again, he had abundantly games and chances to prove himself. And all that. Again, let's move on from that one. Again, coach, players like Asani, Rafinha, Fabin, Grealish, they all play like Noni. The styles, again, that we need in our team. I hope that, yeah, again, I wouldn't mention Grealish hasn't been that protective for Man City, really. Chelsea, again, I'm not sure what they're saying there. Is that English? Not really. But that's, by the way, let's see what we have here. It gives me a piece to realize what Chelsea are doing right now. Provides a room for more competition, which is the needful strategy to improve both individual and collective performance for our players. Yeah, the future is bright. I just want us to spend strategically this January, so at the end of the season, we'll be in a good place. Abdullahi, okay, just conversation between the two. Glenn, catching my train. Might hear you later. Connection is terrible on it. If not, enjoy your weekend. Much love, brother. I love you so much. And then here's the link. I want you to go check how you pronounce Modric. Mudrik. It's pronounced Mudrik, actually. Go watch that short video. Make sure to drop a like on it for me. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. If you're watching, if you haven't, take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We've been through, again, an update here. Just quickly, again, I'm looking for it. Again, Noni Madueke he's completed his move to Chelsea Football Club, which means he's put pen to paper, and I think it's said to be a 7.5, again, a 7.5 year contract. Noni Madueke has completed his medicals ahead of his 40 million move to Chelsea from PSV. The 20-year-old is currently at Cobham, who's already he's already wearing a Chelsea shirt. So that one is done. He's a Chelsea player, and again, hopefully they get him registered if they're looking to fill them against Liverpool. We need that explosive pace in behind the Liverpool attack. He brings that. Mudryk brings that too. So yeah, thank you guys again. I've shared the link here. If you have any question, again, pop it up. We'll be ready we'll try our best to answer it. Bobby, while I look for topics on my update screen, anything else you want to talk about?
I was going to say that the Noni medical is done. I don't know if I'm sure he's signed. He's actually on the training ground as it is, meeting the players. So yeah, the deal is done. I'm not sure whether he's going to be a mainstay. Another good thing about these players is that, as I've said, if the worst comes to the worst and we don't get Champions League football, some of them are so young that they would benefit with time in the development squad, if not on a short loan, while we're playing whatever it is we'll be playing. But I still hope, and I still believe.
Just 1 second, Bobby. The press conference starts in a bit, so we will have more to talk about. While we wait for time to pass it. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah. I still hope and I still believe that we should go all out for Champions League qualifications on the two fronts that we can do that. Two very difficult pursuits, either winning it or via the league position, which are both very, very big uphill climbs, but it's not impossible. We can do this.
Yeah, we can. We can really. Again, to me, the only player at Chelsea should sell out is Jorginho and Azpilicueta. Yeah, let's see what happens. Again, I think both of them will end up leaving. I hope Chelsea will qualify for Champions League. I hope we do. Bobby, what do you make of the Zinedine Zidane rumors? It's getting serious that even Chelsea outlets are talking about it. Again, your thoughts?
I wouldn't like to see Zidane managing Chelsea. I don't know what he'll bring.
You and I the same, but I'm really concerned about that rumor. Really.
Well, there will always be.
Or again, are you surprised, or do you think it's true?
No, I'm not surprised at the rumor. There will always be rumors. I think they will stick to their project. They've chosen their man. They've packed out the squad. They want him to work with the squad. I don't see them changing from Graham Potter, to be honest, unless Potter really, really drops the ball. I don't see them. But someone like Zidane, his name will keep coming up because he was an excellent player. He was a Galacticos whisperer at Real Madrid. He was okay at Real Madrid,
but and winning the Champions League three seasons in a row, right?
Yeah, but look at the team he had. I
know a lot of people aren't paying attention to that. Like I said, my mom could win the Champions League with that, really. But go ahead.
Well, exactly, and he was also surrounded by some very, very great tacticians, and he understood Real Madrid. He was part of the club for many years. He won many La Ligas. He won the Champions League with them. He won the World Cup while playing for them. So he understands that team. He understands that culture. He doesn't know anything about Chelsea. I don't really see, not that you will need to, but, English football is a very, very different thing. You need to be somebody with the ability to build up from the beginning, and there's no respite. Game after game, there's no easy game. There's no game that you can go in thinking, okay, we're definitely going to win this so we can take the foot off the pedal. No, that's when you lose if you try that. So, no, not for me.
Yeah. So just 1 second, I have to mute that. And this is saying specifically said again, Chelsea have made Zidane a firm offer to be the highest paid coach in the world and proposed a contract worth 15 million gross per season. It doesn't make sense, especially
Who's it
15.
by? Who put out that story?
Again, it put out by Chelsea Transfer, and then again referencing a TV report. I think it's is that a French report? I'm not sure if that's French or again it's good resident. Oh yeah, it sounds that spelling there. See, again, looks like something that is French. Yeah, again, even at that, it's unbelievable. Look at the amount being quoted. Really, 50 million per season. No, I don't think so. Because even Vivel, as part of again in the hierarchy, will tell them this guy again. Premier League is a different animal altogether. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
It's clickbait. You know, if anybody comes in place of Potter, it's more likely to be somebody like the guy coaching Sporting. You know, real coaches. You know, that are technically sound and capable of taking a team from the beginning. As I said, I think they're going to stick with Potter. I really do.
They will for multitude of reasons. One, ego. Two, I think they trust him. And the thing hasn't gone to the measure where you'd say no, they have to let him go. Again, he still has time to show he's capable of doing it. And if they see improvements after the signings, I think they'd leave him be at the job. The Costa again. I hope Chelsea will qualify for UEFA Champions League next season. Up the Blues. Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. The Costa. Please again, I want to ask: have Chelsea signed Nkunku? That deal is done and dusted. Don't worry. I think the president again. You could say maybe unintentionally gave it away, saying as Nkunku we all know. Unfortunately, we'll know the story between regarding his move to Chelsea and all that. I think it's done. Just be rest assured that it's done. Yeah, I think they did. I saw the Zidane rumors last night, and it got so disturbing for me. I really do think Porta is the right man for our project. I just hope again it's a mere rumor. Maybe it is. Again, I think it is because it will be a risk. Zidane cannot get anything out. Again, I don't trust him to be able to be the type of manager that will build a team. He needs a ready-made team to do well. I would take that clickbait. I get it, but it's never gonna happen. Some other updates. I'm still looking at the update screen. If anything new comes up, we'll talk about it. Just give me 1 second. Let's talk about a few stuff since we'll have a bit of time to go. And this is Ruud van Nistelrooy and Noni Madueke moved to Chelsea. A mix of emotions. We are losing a good player because of his departure. There was no turning back, and there was solid financial compensation. So they let him go. Yeah, again, show the club the money. They let you have the player you want. We're getting a fine player, and he knows that. Sports will regret that one. Why they let him go, I don't know. But that's, by the way, again, the sign again. Go ahead.
Another sign that this Zidane story is nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Zidane coached ready-made superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea are developing ready-made, superstars. We're starting from scratch. We're bringing in these young, unproven, these guys haven't got a name for themselves yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it needs that manager that will get them to get that name. So it makes no sense whatsoever bringing in somebody like Zidane. That you're better off with someone like Tuchel or Joachim Low or somebody like that can create rather than just work with players that already are at their peak.
Yeah, again, they sign players for Porter and fire him. Again, this sounds familiar. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look like they're gonna let him go. Okay, it looks like again. Let's see. I'm picking out comments. It looks like the press conference is on. Clickbaits. Yep, it is indeed Chelsea boy. Again, Madueke is another Nunes or Pulisic. This is horrible. Again, I don't think so. He's more skilled. Nunes can barely dribble, really. If you're being honest, just try. But I'm sure. Again, I hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. Really, I don't understand where that comment is coming from, but I think it'll be good. Get the Vamos, Dodge. Vamos for the win tomorrow. I hope we get it, bro. Thank you so much for saying that. So let's get all the stuff we have. Again, we have a bit of time to go. I'm just trying to see if anything interesting comes up from the press conference, and I'd really like us to talk about it. This one, again, yeah, this shows you we're getting a good player. And this one here, Inter would be willing to accept a 45 million offer from Chelsea for wingback Denzel Dumfries. I think we should get this man. I think we should get this man. 45 million euros. That's like around 32 or so. Let me just check it. Bobby, what do you think? Isn't that a good price for the Dutch international? And he's a fine player, for being honest.
Who's this?
Denzel Dumfries, the Dutch international.
Yeah, but what's going on there? I don't even know if we're serious about him.
We're serious because we wanted to pay them. Was it how much? 28 million pounds or so? But they wanted more. So now they're willing to accept something close again, 45 million euros. How much is it in pounds? I'm going to check. Go ahead, Bobby.
Well, the right back situation definitely needs to be sorted. That's for sure. So why not? Why not? He will not be second fiddle as such to Reece James. He will be able to compete with him, at least to some extent. So I think it's worth the shout. And he's 26 years old, so he's not really that old. Yeah, I think it's a good shout.
Yeah,
Very
it is,
good
which
shout.
means, again, in pounds, it is around 39.5 million pounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at an interesting thing about Jordan Pickford.
Being available?
Well, especially if Everton go down, I can really see him making a move, especially to Chelsea. So that could be worth keeping a slight eye on in the summer. That could be a deal that I think would be good, and I think the club would be very interested in. English player, in fact, English international, full senior international. He would fit the bill for Chelsea for sure.
I have to say that Pickford is actually a bit underrated, really.
Which is good. Good. It's good for us. So we need to keep a small eye on that one. It could happen, even if they don't go down. This is the thing. This is why it's good for Chelsea to get that Champions League place, because these are the things that attract people even more and make them think, okay, it's time to make the move.
Yeah. Just quickly, given this comment here, Bobby, how long do you think it would take? Mudryk to get up to speed in the Premier League. Stan Collymore on Mihailo Mudryk. He's got to get up to speed, and that is difficult when you come to the Premier League from somewhere like Ukraine. But he has pace, directness, and it's very tricky. And that is exactly what Chelsea need right now. I think it wouldn't take him much time to get up to speed, because players who's joined the Premier League from the Ukrainian league, is specifically Shakhtar. Talk about, again, Fred for Manchester United. Talk about Fernandinho, again, Man City. Talk about Willian. I think they did struggle to get up to speed.
Yeah, but I see the points, and I think we need to possibly be patient, because this guy's 20 years old. We have to remember that. And who knows? The Premier League, they're very good at studying players, targeting players. Although the good thing, where he plays, it's not that easy to target him. And he doesn't seem to lack physicality. He looks quite strong. So they can't easily bully him. So, but, a settling in period has to be given. He has to be given some grace. If he hits the ground running, happy days. But if he doesn't start ripping off trees immediately, if people start calling for his head or saying he's rubbish, I think it's very unfair, which is possible. People are so impatient and uninsightful. He has a good work ethic, which is important, and I think will serve him well. So we have to wait and see. I don't think he'll even start against Liverpool. He may be on the bench, but if he
Yeah.
starts, it will be testimony to how much confidence.
Yeah, I have the update screen open. I think Graham Potter says Modric won't play 90 minutes, but there's a good chance he makes his debut at some stage in the match tomorrow afternoon. I think he's learned.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
he's learned. I think starting again. I know he did well, but starting Felix was a mistake. But go ahead, Bobby, if you had something else to say.
Yeah. Well, that says it all. The fact that he won't play him for all of 90 minutes says it all. I think that means he'll come off the bench. Inter would be
Yeah,
willing
no,
to
that's the one
accept.
we've talked about. I'm just
All right.
looking for new information from the press conference. Something else might come up. Let's see again. I can't believe Chelsea. Okay, if that's what you believe. A press conference already. Yeah, we're following it. That's why I picked up that particular topic. Let's see if any other interest, something else, something interesting comes up. Coach, again, check Sani, Rafinha Maris again. Olise's style of play again, similar to Noni. That's what we're liking again, and we just got it. Yeah, exactly. I think you're very correct. Hakim Ziyech will leave Chelsea in January. Okay. Yep. That's not surprising given the arrival of Noni Madueke, which means Noni will be not just a beginner. He's going to be part of part of the first team full time. Given if in fact Hakim Ziyech ends up leaving, Modric is 100% better than Trossard. Yep. I just don't want to come out like again.
Coach, if we have
Yeah. Go ahead, Bobby.
if we have reservations about Modric hitting the ground running, the same has to be said about Noni. I think
maybe the argument for Noni would be he started in England.
Yeah, but he's 20 years old. Where I had concerns about this over expectation of these kids. I mean, he's an excellent buy, but we've got to give them some grace. We've got to, we've got to allow them to fit in. If they do hit the ground running, it's fantastic. But I mean, he wasn't playing every game for PSV, so he needs a little bit of time. So that's one of the reasons why don't be surprised if Ziyech doesn't go anywhere till summer.
Yeah. Let me get what we have in the chat here. I think I have a few comments from Graham Potter open. We'll look at it in a bit. Again, Potter, when asked about, okay, I'm going to go back to that. Okay, I'll go back to that in a bit. Let's see what we have. If I see anything interesting, I'll bring it up. Again, I knew Chelsea was going to sign Noni, looking at his style of play, in which we don't have in the team. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, again, no one is sacking Potter. I believe in him. He's going to build a Chelsea, and hopefully things start going the right direction. Because no matter the size of the belief, again, it won't save the situation if he doesn't turn things around, especially after spending all this money. And missing out of Champions League, yeah, that will cost the club a lot. So they'd have to see him push, let alone, okay, we weren't lucky. Maybe a bit too late for us because we struggled before we could bring in reinforcements. It was a bit too late then. Yeah, he stays. But if it's down to him not capable tactically on all that, not being able to produce results, then he's in trouble. Dumfries and James, again, that this Chelsea will be a hard-to-beat team. Again, if they can rotate to keep James' body fit, I think, yeah, it's about rotation. Yeah, that will help us go a long way. Chelsea signed Nkunku last December 17th, but they haven't announced it yet. But they will do so soon because he will return to Chelsea in June. Yep, Sonny Prosper, thank you for, again, saying that. Yeah, just 1 second. Again, Ziyech is likely to move to AC Milan. Then he has to. Again, he has to take a pay cut, really. I don't think they will pay him close to what he's earning. They don't pay that much money. Please, how do I follow Bobby? Yeah, let me get you Bobby's again Twitter handle. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, good question there. And actually, again, I will find he sent me something that I usually share whenever he's on the panel. I haven't used it in a while. I'll share the link with you in a bit. Tamida, just be patient with me. Again, Bobby, let's talk about these things while I find the link I share the link to your Twitter so that Temida can follow you. Just 1 second. A few topic popped up now. This is again Marco Correa has had some challenging times off the pitch with his family. Confirms Graham Potter and again ended off by saying he's a top player. No, we all know that. Again, why are we not lucky with players? They're always going through one thing or the other. But that's, by the way, I hope again things come again fall into place for him and and become normal. Graham Potter and Marco Correa, I think it's been a challenging for Mike. It's hard to get, the same thing we talked about right now. Graham Potter, again, we had a period of suffering. It's nice to win. The good thing was, again, we were together, a group who understood the position, but again, determined to turn it around. The win has been important, but we have to back it up against Liverpool. That's the kind of statement I want to see, Bobby. Do you see that on the screen, Bobby? Not saying, you lose or you do this one. Yeah, I love this, but go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes without saying. This game against Liverpool it's big, and we have to win it. And it's very telling. If we beat Liverpool, it'll not only be a back-to-back victory, but it will motivate the squad going forward to try and go on some sort of run. And the good thing also is that it'll come at a time when the injuries are beginning to come back. So it's an important thing to do. Can we do it? I don't know. They're a very, very good team. We owe them that. We owe them some. In fact, even beating them tomorrow is not going to be enough compared to what we owe them. I'm certainly still hurting about what happened last season. We lost the FA Cup and the League Cup to the same team. That's not acceptable. That should hurt. That should give us incentive if ever anything does. I'm not sure all the players that were there will be fielded, but the majority will be there. They've got to go in there with a point to prove. It's like Man City. Every time they play us, they remember that Champions League. They haven't forgotten it. It still hurts them. Beating us once, twice, 3 times is not enough for them. You can see it. You can tell. Every time they win, they walk off, and it still hurts because they know we have the real thing in our trophy cabinet. Same with Liverpool. Beating them tomorrow is not enough. Losing to them is not an option. It's not an option at all. And the likes of Mason Mount, who you can categorically say was part of the reason we didn't lift that trophy, and any of them should go to that game with nothing other than winning in mind. We have to win, period.
Yeah, it's a must-win game, and nothing again other than that. It will be satisfactory. But that's, by the way, again, some comments here. Just a few. I think after that we should call it a day, as we don't have too many topics. Again, you can go watch the press conference. I don't think anything new special has been said. Graham Potter, we had a period of suffering. It's nice to win. I think we've read that one too. This one here, anything next here? Graham Potter and Modric, he hasn't played again so much football recently, but has been training well. That's a chance he could make his debut. Oh yeah, due to the war situation, I think the league. I don't know if they called up the league or so, but again, good thing is that he stayed fit and is training well. And in terms of again his fitness, I think he's a beast. You can, like you said, he's not that sort of player you will muscle up the ball easily. So glad to have him around again, and the fact that he continue to maintain his fitness is good. Won't play 90 minutes. I think we've read this. But Bobby, any other thing you want to talk about?
Okay, sorry, I'm jumping about. This one?
No, I said any other thing you want to talk about? Other thing? I think we've talked about that too.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I know tomorrow's game is an early game, so I was sort of expecting this to be a bit of a preview for it. But maybe you'll do one just before the game, as you usually do.
Yeah, usually get pre-game show. Yeah.
Yeah. So apart from that, and the big game tomorrow, which is a topic in itself, I don't have anything else to add.
All right. Again, thank you very much, guys. We've come to the natural end again of the show. And I appreciate that. I appreciate Feded. I appreciate Temitayo, my Niger brother. Keep coming here. I appreciate your support, bro. And I've sent you the link. Again, you can go follow Bobby. And here again, Susan Gissen. Thank you so much for always finding time to join, Suzanne. I appreciate that. And again, Sonny Prosper, Mr. Troublemaker. Of course, again, Fuel R7, I appreciate you becoming part of the community. Sonny Prosper, I've talked about you. Temi Tayo, again, I've talked about you. And everyone is in the chat, but I'm never going to forget Chelsea Boy, the vibe. Chelsea 254, I appreciate that. Who else again? Am I missing anybody? Derek Da Costa, Glenn, probably still on the train. And who? Prince Boateng and my brother Liam Lane. I can't find his last comment here. Yeah, Liam Lane, and thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you finding time to join. And my brother Taboho, who joined us. Thank you so much, people. And again, also my brother, the beautiful game. Big up, brother. Much love, much love, much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's been a brilliant show, guys. Again, so enjoyable, so civil, and I love it. Again, with that, see you guys tomorrow. God bless us all, and cheers, people. Much love. you.